All right, everybody, welcome to BO Boys for Thursday, December 18th. Fuck it, it's a raw feed. We're doing it live remotely. I'm Clayton.
Yeah, I'm Pat. So right next to me, what you're seeing is a cartoon Clayton. It is the famous image of Clayton from the BO Boys logo. And we're not going to say why. I don't want to get any rumors going, any conspiracies started. We all know I'm very anti-conspiracy, even though Clayton tries to. But everyone could guess and everyone could go on Reddit and everyone could put out their own theories as to why Cartoon Clayton is next to me. But Cartoon Clayton, are you excited for this big weekend? It's here. It is.
The HOUSEMAID weekend is finally here.
Yep. Listen, let's start with the HOUSEMAID. This to me is the big one because I think we're going to know a lot on Monday morning about whether Sydney Sweeney is or is not a viable movie star.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm rooting for her. I think there's been a lot of people who think that I'm some kind of hater, that I'm anti-Sweeney. I want movie stars. I want her to be a movie star. I am just saying this is put up or shut up weekend. And we're about to find out. I mean, do you agree with that? Do you agree that The HOUSEMAID starring Sydney Sweeney, directed by Paul Feig, is put up or shut up weekend for Sydney Sweeney?
You seem to think that her entire career rides on this.
Yes.
I don't think it's that much, but I do think it is big. Yes, I do think that this is a bigger story than Avatar because we know what Avatar is going to do. Avatar is not going to christen or help anybody continue to work the way this movie could for Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Who is an actor that people have expectations for to become a movie star, to get nominated for an Oscar, which I've said will happen in the next 5 years. You have said she will be a
Real Housewife.
So
of an indeterminate city, but possibly Jacksonville, Florida. I could see that opening season Real Housewives of Jacksonville starring Sydney Sweeney.
So yeah, so I think that is very interesting. This movie is definitely a movie that is targeting, not that Avatar sort of targets everybody, but it is counter programming in a way. It is a movie that is based on a best-selling book that you find in the airport and you'll find in grocery stores, you'll find everywhere. And we've seen these sort of movies succeed. We've seen the Colleen Hoover movie succeed.
Yep. We've
seen what was the one with the woman from Twisters? The some animal was crying. Oh, crawdads singing. The crawdads were singing.
Yeah.
Crawdads were not crying. But this is the sort of movie that could make $100 million at the box office. And if it does that, yes, I mean that's huge for Sydney Sweeney. It doesn't look like this thing's going to totally tank out. I think if it makes 50 to 60, that's going to be great for her.
So you're saying total 50 to 60. That's what the HOUSEMAID needs to get to be a success for her.
To be okay. We've got something here.
For the next offer to be a movie as opposed to be an audition to be on Bravo.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I think if this thing ends up only making 20 to 30 all in, then we're talking she's getting interviewed to be on House of Villains.
Yes. Yeah, that's why this is the most fascinating part of this weekend. Because, like you said, Avatar Fire and Ash is coming out. We'll talk. Is it going to open lower than the other ones? Probably. Does that mean anything for James Cameron? No, not at all.
It's not like we're going to be like, is this the moment where Sigourney Weaver breaks through?
Right. or what is the name of the guy who's in this? I want to say Ty Wellington, but I know that's not the name of a person.
Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington. I in my head I was like, his name is Ty Wellington.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, listen, this could be the breakout weekend for Ty Wellington, but it won't matter for Sam Worthington. Avatar: Fire and Ash could open to 50 million or 250 million. Sam Worthington's life is exactly the same on Monday either way. I don't think he has points in this movie, and I don't think anyone's going to cast him that weren't going to cast him already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Sydney Sweeney, this is big. And how are you feeling on the buzz for this HOUSEMAID? I mean, I gotta say, I'm not seeing as much promotion for it as I would have expected a month ago. But I'm also hearing that the screenings are going well. It does seem like the people who are seeing this are enjoying this.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that is not targeted to us.
Right.
And I feel like they are spending money targeting the people that would more likely see this movie. The only thing that you know brings me fear, and we said it when we talked about this on the preview episode with Jeff Bach of Exhibitor Relations Co., who is very high on this movie.
Yes.
Very high in this movie.
Huge. Yeah.
Is that it is Lionsgate, and you can never trust Lionsgate. I just think that is my one fear factor here. And I am not getting served this commercial as often as you think I would. And I think that this is not a movie that is omnipresent.
Yeah.
As long as it's omnipresent for the people that want to see this movie.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
It's not, the HOUSEMAID ads are not pre-roll or mid-roll for the newest Atomic Abe episode of Backdoor Pilots. That is not happening.
The Diagnosis Murder video that Atomic Abe just dropped, incredible
episode. Must watch.
What was it? There was nine failed spin-offs
every
of
season.
Diagnosis Murder.
Every season of Diagnosis Murder had a backdoor pilot.
Yeah.
It was fascinating to learn that in the Atomic Abe that the rule from above, from the network, from CBS, was every season of Diagnosed Murder has to have a backdoor pilot. I did not know that before. I did not know that. And
we were robbed of a Tracy Gold spinoff.
Yes.
Which I wish I didn't know about. That's the one that I'm like, could I just be ignorant?
Right.
We can't have nice things, as people say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I'm locked in when Atomic Abe drops an episode, when there's the commercial breaks. If you put HOUSEMAID there, I'm still locked in.
Yes. I would love to see that, but it's a lot of, the ads that get served to us are often the ads for, you need a better hoodie. Your hoodie isn't thick enough. Well, you need the thicker hoodie. Like we get that. We don't get the HOUSEMAID trailer, but
Pat, are you a man or not? Are you a fucking man or not?
I need a better hoodie. And
you can't be dealing with all these layers.
There's too many layers. Yeah. You're putting a hoodie on a sweater. That's what they know the Atomic Abe audience needs to buy, are thicker hoodies.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, there's other audiences that they're hopefully serving this HOUSEMAID promotion to. Here's what it comes down to with a movie like The HOUSEMAID. Does this look fun? And I think that is going to be the because it's a book, so obviously there's a lot of fans of the book, but this isn't something that there's an audience that already knows I have to go see this. They're going to go see this because does Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney in some kind of psychological thriller look fun? And does it look, does it look fun to you? I know it doesn't get served up as a trailer on Atomic Abe, but you have seen the trailer for this movie and the poster for this movie. Do you think it's connecting as something that just looks like a fun time?
Not for me, and I've mentioned this previously, is that I think the whole Paul Feig-ness has been gassed out.
Okay.
I think that sort of aesthetic, the simple favorness of this feels stale to me.
Okay.
But if you're aiming this at people who are in that demo, who enjoyed A Simple Favor, who watched the sequel on Amazon or wherever it dropped, who still hold a candle for Bridesmaids, who want this sort of tongue-in-cheek looking film where someone's covered in blood and they're eating a sandwich because they just really need a sandwich right now. Like that sort of humor, if that's your thing, then that's serving it right to you. That's not my thing.
Right.
So this doesn't look fun to me, but I could see it seeming fun to its target audience.
Okay.
Now, does that target audience actually exist, I think, is the question. Is the Paul Feig stands still out there?
Yeah. Do you think that there's anyone who will go see this movie this weekend directed by Paul Feig because they are ride or die Paul Feig fans from his days as an actor on Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Is that over under a dozen people who will buy tickets this weekend because I will follow Paul Feig anywhere he goes because he was an actor on Sabrina?
I think you could I think if you said people who were fans of him from Sabrina and from Heavyweights, we could get to a dozen.
Okay.
We could get to a solid dozen, possibly a baker's dozen.
Okay. It's something. It's something. I mean, you mentioned A Simple Favor, which was the thriller starring two actresses, Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively, that Paul Feig directed in 2018. That opened to third place to 16 million, and it got to 53. So do you feel that is a trajectory where if HOUSEMAID does that, opens 15, 16, gets to 53, Sydney Sweeney, this is a win for her? I mean, obviously anything's a win for her after these last three movies she did, which were complete duds, like just mega bombs.
In this day and age, if a Lionsgate film can make that much money, then yes, that is a success. And it should be looked at that way. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. If this thing makes anywhere near what A Simple Favor made, because that was a long time ago. And if this opens higher, which it's tracking higher, it's tracking to in the mid-20s, it looks like.
If it does that, listen, I'm coming in on Monday and I'm saying she may not have to go right to the Real Housewives if it opens to 20.
And here's a thing, too. So this SpongeBob movie is coming out, and it's also tracking a little bit higher, 25 to 30. And
I'm holding up a sticker given to me by a niece who remained nameless because anonymity is so important.
So important.
A SpongeBob sticker. So if you are watching on YouTube, which everyone should be because we are YouTubers, hey guys. Right now you're seeing me hold up a SpongeBob sticker. They love SpongeBob. It's a sticker not of SpongeBob, though. It is of another character. I'm not trying to say the picture I'm holding up is SpongeBob. I know it's not. But he is from the SpongeBob universe, whoever this is that I'm holding up.
Yeah, his name is Roy.
Okay. So you're like a college stoner who watches SpongeBob. That's still your thing.
No, I don't know what his name is. I don't think it's Roy.
Okay. So you have
So here's the thing. This is the battle of the pants versus the jeans. And I think if the jeans can beat the pants, then that's a new story.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's close. I mean, I do think SpongeBob, just because, listen, this book was huge. SpongeBob is huge. I mean, your nieces, of course, not going to give ages, not going to give names.
Anonymity. It's almost as important as representation. Look it up. Francis McDormand said.
But they are of an age where there are cartoon characters that they have no clue who they are, that came out around the same time as SpongeBob. And SpongeBob has been able to maintain a Q rating that is very, very high.
Yes.
So I do think, and it's a kids movie, and the rats need their cheese. So I do think it is going to triumph here. It's going to beat The Housemaid. But if there is a chance, and it's close, the pants versus the jeans, it's very interesting. I think if Sydney Sweeney can come out on top here, she can say, my jeans defeated this sponge's pants.
Wow. And you know, she should, and I guess her management is trying to just keep any controversy away from her at this point. But there should be, I think she should come out and say, everyone gave me so much guff about my jeans, and yet no one gives SpongeBob any guff about his pants. And is that sexism? Is there something else at play there? But weeks and weeks she had to answer questions about her jeans. SpongeBob has been around for 25 years, have not heard a single, why do you wear those pants? What are you trying to say with those pants? Controversy. Not one. Maybe I've missed it, but I don't think I have.
No.
I don't think I have.
No, we're tapped in. We would know.
We would know. So I think she should come out and say it. Throw a little bit of controversy on the SpongeBob train, because she's trying to beat him out for the ranking. It's a battle for number 2.
And she's like, I wore those jeans once. You've been wearing these SquarePants for what, 25 years now? 26 years almost?
Yeah.
99 is when it debuted?
Yeah. And never had an interviewer ask him, SpongeBob, do you want to apologize
for your
these SquarePants?
Yeah.
Never happened. So yeah, she could start something up, but I do think her management, her handlers are definitely trying to course correct her public persona a little bit. I don't know if you saw, she had to apologize, sort of. You know, she's been trying to curry favor maybe of audiences that have maybe turned on her in this last year. So listen, it's clear she knows how big this weekend is, and her management knows, and her handlers know. They know this is a put up or shut up weekend as she battles SpongeBob.
Well, let's just look at another young star, and we're not going to talk about this movie yet because it's not coming out yet, but the press tours for this movie, Housemaid, and Marty Supreme.
Okay.
Timmy's not apologizing for anything.
No.
But we're seeing Sydney apologizing for things. So we're seeing where each of them are right now in their career. She is in the apologizing, let me back in phase. He's in the I'm unstoppable, I apologize for nothing phase.
Right.
And if Marty Supreme does what Marty Supreme looks like it's going to do, he's going to continue to not apologize.
Right.
And I think that's, you know, we're seeing what you have to do in order to succeed in Hollywood.
Yes.
At some point you have to apologize. Even Tom Cruise had to make fun of jumping on the couch.
Right. But that's because Mission Impossible 3 underperformed. If Mission Impossible 3 overperforms, does what it's supposed to do, he's never apologizing for jumping on the couch. And if Christie had not opened to what, $1 million and had the biggest second weekend drop in the history of wide release movies, if that movie had done some business and she was on the course for an Oscar nomination, Sydney Sweeney's not apologizing on this house guest press tour. She's apologizing because her last 3 movies were big old flopperoos. And I'm talking about the movies. When I said they were big old flopperoos, I'm saying her 3 movies.
Oh, I don't think they're flopperoos at this point in time, right? They can't be.
I would say all 3 of those are flopperoos.
Okay.
Big old flopperoos.
Oh,
Eden,
okay.
Eden, Christie, and what was the other? Not
Americana.
Americana. Yeah,
A movie
those
that
are
was
her
on
top.
the shelf. That is her House at the End of the Street. I've told you this. I've said this a million times.
It's still a big old flopperoo.
It was put on the big screen because of her and her notoriety.
Okay, so how about this then? I'll take out Americana.
Please do.
And it's just Christy and Eden.
Great.
So will you grant me then Sydney Sweeney, just Christy and Eden? She's got this year 2 big old flopperoos. Will you grant me that?
Yes. And
Okay.
And it's a little early for her to have 2 big flopperoos.
I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah, that is a mistake.
At this stage in her career, you don't want to have people say 2 big old flopperoos, but that is the case.
Hanging around her neck.
Yes.
You know, like holding, you know.
Pulling her down. And that's what
down.
Eden and Christy are, 2 big old flopperoos that are just pulling her down.
Yeah. And you don't want to see that at that early stage.
Of her career, 100%.
Yeah, of her career, yeah.
Yeah. So HOUSEMAID. Listen, I'm rooting for this movie because this movie succeeds. It's a sign that, hey, people will go see a movie because it's just a movie that has interesting stars in an interesting story that we think is going to be fun. It's not IP. It's not, superheroes. Obviously, it's just like, here's a movie that would have worked in 1995 that people still go see. I mean, listen, we got on Fran Lebowitz a few weeks ago for saying that theaters are in trouble because young people don't go. Obviously, that is bold-faced lie. Five Nights at Freddy's. We know the story there. Young people are propping up movies. Do you think The HOUSEMAID is a movie that young people are going to be excited about? Because that's really the key. It's not, you can't count just on the Sabrina the Teenage Witch fans who love Paul Feig. It's going to be, do teenagers and people in their 20s want to go see this movie?
I don't think so. No.
Well, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think young people who made Five Nights at Freddy's a hit are reading The HOUSEMAID. I don't think they care about Amanda Seyfried. I don't know if they even really care all that much about Sydney Sweeney, to be honest.
Okay.
Because it's been, 10 years since the last Euphoria season or whatever, and they still are tied to that contract. Poor Zendaya.
Let her out.
Let her out.
She's got the drama coming out. Let her free of that show.
Okay. I know it's not TV because it is HBO. But did you see these shots of these actors from Euphoria season 3, these press photos? They look like prisoners of war.
I saw that Jacob Elordi is also being forced to go back and film Euphoria season 3. It's a sad situation. But
Hunter Schafer,
star of Cuckoo, has to go back and film that. But here's the thing. We know at some point Jacob Elordi is going to be able to escape Euphoria. He's about to get an Oscar nom. He's going to be in Wuthering Heights. He's on his way movie stardom. Zendaya is a movie star. Spider-Man movies. Dune. She's going to escape. Hunter Schafer is going to escape. Cuckoo 2, I'm sure, is in the works. She's going to escape. Sydney Sweeney.
Cook 2.
Cook 2. You have to do Cook 2.
Which it would be spelled out Cuck 2, which is not great, but it would get people talking.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And the problem is, HOUSEMAID comes out this weekend and tanks. Does Sydney Sweeney get to escape Euphoria? Or are we looking, it's Euphoria season 4, Real Housewives of Jacksonville season 1, and that's her future?
Well,
does she get out? Because Zendaya is going to get out. Jacob Elordi is going to get out. Hunter Schafer is going to get out.
Maude Apatow, we know, is going to get out because
Maude Apatow is going to get out.
There'll be one of the only comedies remaining left in theaters will be a Maude Apatow movie directed by Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge question mark. And here's the other thing, Pat. We're sleeping on another movie here.
Okay.
There is that Angel Studios David movie, which we talked about in our preview, which is animated. And remember, last year, The King of Kings did Bafa Bobo, ended up with $60.7 million.
Wow.
There is murmurs that this movie could even not only beat The Housemaid, but it could beat SpongeBob.
Wow.
This truly could be a David situation, taking on those Goliaths.
Wow.
I mean, listen.
SpongeBob's a Goliath. I think we could say
SpongeBob
SpongeBob's a Goliath.
Avatar, we're not talking like Avatar. You're not going to be able to take down Avatar.
Yeah.
With slingshot.
Yeah.
David, sorry. There's Goliaths, and then there's Goliaths. Okay.
Yeah. There's certain Goliaths that even David cannot deal with. Yeah.
But David could take down this hellish demon sea creature named SpongeBob.
Wow.
And could also take down these these heathens in The Housemaid. I mean, it's possible.
It is the holiday season. So it is a good time. The church bus crowd is going to be even more. And listen, they're always in the spirit year round. They're going to church on Sunday. That's year round spirit, but even more so. Yeah. They're feeling the spirit, especially right now. So, wow. I mean, that would be damning for SpongeBob because it's cartoon versus cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fascinating. David. So is David, I mean, listen, the thing is, it's not Jesus.
But it is, like you said, it is the time of the season where the faithful come out. They're allowed to come out because everybody's enjoying the thing that they enjoy, which is Christmas.
Right.
It's a time where they can let their freak flags fly. They can have their giant crucifixes on. They can do whatever they want because there is Christ in Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, everybody, but there is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put that aside. It is they are going to come out and they're going to celebrate it. And so any sort of biblical thing will probably succeed. Now, again, like you said, Jesus is the IP.
This is Old Testament. That's the thing. David is Old Testament. So you can't even cameo Jesus in this David cartoon. It's not
I think it's a Stinger situation.
But that's not going to be enough to draw him in. I think it's like you'd have to work it so that David is having visions of like the New Testament and you work that in. I mean, that is the problem with this movie being an Old Testament movie is there's not going to be a Jesus cameo. You can't even have the baby show up. The baby doesn't show up until the New Testament. Like the baby is not here. The old, Jesus, the teenager is not here. It's Jesus in this.
I think Jesus can exist at all times. I think you can get around that. I think you can have Jesus in the clouds. I think you can have this. You can retcon
time travel.
You can retcon, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Jesus as an advisor. You have Jesus being, I know this guy's going to exist at some point, and I just feel him, and that is why I'm going to take this slingshot and take down this giant. Sorry, spoiler alert. That didn't keep Titanic from being a hit, so it's not going to keep David from being a hit.
Mm-hmm.
There is an interesting thing that it's just called David. It's not called David and Goliath.
Yeah. It's they're trying to get. What's the thing is, it's not called Spider-Man and Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get David over as he's the IP, he's the hero.
Yeah, it's not Batman and Joker.
Exactly. Yeah. Though I think that would help. Joker's a bigger villain IP than Goliath for sure.
I mean,
if it was Joker in the Old Testament, you would call this David and Joker.
Yeah, well, you'd call it Joker and David, let's be honest.
Yeah. Goliath is not Joker. He doesn't have the laugh. Goliath doesn't ask, how did I get these scars? No one would care. Goliath went around asking, you want to know how you got these scars? People are like, I don't know. From David, I guess, the slingshot. I don't care.
Yeah. So this again, this movie, The Housemaid, could end up at number 2.
Yeah.
Or as far down as number 4.
Oof. And again,
so it's a matter of a couple bucks here. Like, that's the other thing is there's a good chance SpongeBob does what SpongeBob does, because the pre-COVID SpongeBob movie that came out, which there was a COVID-y time SpongeBob movie that did not open very well, but what could? It was only released in Canada. That's why. It was Sponge on the Run in August 2020.
Right. That's right. I mean, go back into the archives. It's a historical document, the B.O. Boys. We were there every week in 2020 covering SpongeBob's Canada-only run and, of course, Unhinged with Russell Crowe, August 2020.
And SpongeBob wasn't the only, character on the run. Obviously, Bond ran first.
Yes.
I mean, I think one of the reasons why they haven't been able to mount a new Bond, so obviously the changing of hands and how Bezos wants to be Bond and wants his wife to be a Bond girl, and there's all those things going on, and that's going to happen.
Yeah, Bezos will be Bond in the next Bond movie. But stop pretending it's going to be a real another actor.
But Bond ran. Bond ran first. Bond is the first movie to move.
Yes.
And it'll always be looked at. Listen, we know what happened, but Bond didn't know. And Bond ran. And he will always be looked as a cowardly IP in my eyes.
Okay.
Because he didn't know and he ran first.
I mean, listen, everyone has their own unique 2020 theory, and I am glad that 5 years later you are sticking to the main thing we need to talk about when it comes to that era is the Bond movie moving off its release date.
Bond is a cowardly IP. It's a cowardly IP now. And I'm sorry. And now we know what happened. And I'm saying if Bond would not have ran first, I would not say Bond is a cowardly IP.
Yeah. I am also glad, and this is why you have to watch this on YouTube, that this is right now coming from Cartoon Clayton. I think that really adds to the power of this statement that you're putting out there right now.
Well, let's be honest why the cartoon's there.
Let's be honest.
I leaked the Doomsday teasers.
Okay.
And I am in a undisclosed location because they're coming for me.
Yes. Well, they're only coming for you because you leaked the trailer, teaser trailers, and they have been so poorly received. Like, you would not have to be in hiding the way you are now and be a cartoon image on your own show, on your own YouTube show, if you had leaked those trailers and the audiences were excited about them. But that is not the case. The trailers you leaked are not exactly setting the world on fire.
Nope, they're getting goofed on.
Yeah. Now, and that was not your intent. Your intent was just to leak and to add to the box office, right? Was that your intent when you leaked these trailers? Your intent wasn't to get them goofed on, which is what's happening to these Doomsday trailers.
No, I can't go into the logistics of it, but no, that was not the intention. The intention was to, of course, help the box office.
Right. And release the truth. And I mean, so the way you released them, where they are being disseminated via audience phone footage of international theaters showing these trailers. I love the way you did it like that. I'm sorry that it's led to you having to go hiding, but I think that was a great way to leak these trailers.
It was an artistic choice.
Yes.
I'm happy with the artistry behind the leak.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I think I sort of, gave it a little bit of style where there was none.
Yes, you're a cam guy. You're a camera guy, and you always have been.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
If it doesn't look like an episode of MST3K, I don't want to watch a bootleg.
yes,
Like,
yes,
I don't want something ripped off a streamer or ripped off of For Your Consideration.
yeah,
Give me those heads.
yeah. Heads and phones turned in the wrong direction. They are actually like they're vertical, filming a horizontal. The way you nailed it. You nailed those leaks. But I watched one of the leaks that you put out there, one of the
Thank
Doomsday
you.
trailers, and the Steve Rogers one is the one I saw, where it is just Chris Evans returning to a house very glumly. He walks glumly, he sits glumly, and then you just see Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. And then I guess there's another one with Thor and another one with Robert Downey. My God, everything I hear about this movie makes me take another $50 million off the box office prediction. This movie it's going to tank, right? I mean, watching these trailers that you leaked, do you feel even more and more like this Doomsday movie is going to be a disaster?
It's going to be a fitting name for the franchise, for the whole MCU. I do think it's over. We're just seeing all the signs. We're just seeing the move towards adult animation, anime, video game movies, the Street Fighter trailer. We're seeing this Mortal Kombat movie that is going to come out and shock the world.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think by the time Doomsday comes out, it's going to be such an afterthought.
Yeah, these trailers you leaked, my God, just offer up nothing other than they feel so desperate. They are basically just, and this is always what this was. I mean, from the day that the chairs were revealed and it was just a parade of stars from their old movies. That's all they have in this. All they have is, please come. We paid Chris Evans a lot to come back. We paid Robert Downey a lot to come back. We paid Chris Hemsworth not as much as the other ones because he was always going to come back, but we did pay him to come back. He never left, but we still had to pay him, and he's here. Yeah, Chris Evans is more of a, we paid him a lot to come back. Chris Hemsworth is a, hey, we paid him to stay. We paid him to not leave, even though he never would have left.
Do you think he took a pay cut?
Oh, to allow Downey to get a little more? I'm sure. What else? Well, listen, he's got Extraction 3, right? He could do another Extraction movie, which apparently those are, the most rewatchable movies of all time. But
well, soon to be rewatchables.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. To All the Boys I Loved Before, coming soon to rewatchables.
100%. Yeah.
Gonna get CR talking about how much he loves those.
So let's move on, I think, quickly to the biggest movie of the year is coming out this weekend. And so I think it's fitting that we dedicate maybe the last 5 minutes of the show to previewing this. But Avatar Fire and Ash, Avatar 3, it's coming out this weekend. We got our tickets for this weekend. We are seeing this in IMAX, in the best theater in America. I won't say the world because, I've been to theaters around the world and there's some pretty great theaters, but best theater in the United States, Lincoln Square, IMAX. We're seeing this movie. And I guess the talk is this isn't going to be as big as 2. 2 wasn't as big as 1. But at this point, I do kind of feel like that's overblown, and 3 and 2, sure, it's going to not be as big as the second one, but it's still going to be gigantic.
Yeah, it's set to open to 100.
Yep.
That's the call, and I agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's still going to still make $1 billion, maybe $2 billion.
Yeah, I mean, the last one did make $2 billion. The first movie got to worldwide $2.9 billion.
Yeah, so it's almost at $3 billion.
And the second one, and that's probably what a couple of re-releases to get past Avengers Endgame. And then part 2 got to 2.3 billion worldwide. So a drop off from the first one, but it's a drop off from the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah, and I think if this thing ends up close to 2 billion, we can call it a success.
Yes. Yeah. So the last one opened to 134 million domestic.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't going to open to that. I think all the reasons that you've probably heard, which is there's a big gap between the first and second. So there was more anticipation between 1 and 2, but 2 opened in 2022. So it's only been 3 years. It's not that same level of anticipation. But I think this is just one of those movies. Like all these Avatar movies, people are going to want to see it in the best format. So if they can't get opening weekend tickets, they'll go see it Monday. They'll go see it Tuesday. They'll go see it on Christmas Eve. They'll see it Christmas Day. They'll see it next weekend. They'll see it the week. Like, this movie is going to make its $2 billion. It just is.
Yeah, I don't want to say that opening weekends don't matter for Avatar movies, because they do, but they sort of don't. In the sense of, this is the Christmas corridor.
Yeah.
It's about the legs. We always talk about the legs, and the legs are important, but this is really a franchise about the legs, because when they come out around the holiday, where people have different things they're celebrating, different places they need to be at different times. Weekends don't mean as much to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So they will see a movie on a Tuesday like it's a Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that is going to play into this opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out, is there anything about this third movie that feels like a add-on to the franchise, where people are excited about something that there wasn't there before? Is Zoe Saldana having won the Oscar last year, does that get more people excited for this movie? Yes or no? Do you think Zoe Saldana, she got her Oscar, that doesn't matter?
I mean, I honestly think it's worse that she won that Oscar
for Avatar 3. You think
in a way? I think not to go back to the Oscar stuff and how people hated that movie and all of the terrible,
the Emilia Perez movie.
Yeah, things that the lead said and all that. There is a taint on Zoe Saldana a little bit. I think people were sort of happy she won that Oscar and then sort of annoyed she won that Oscar. I think she's, if anything, a push. I don't think the Oscar helped her at all. If anything, it did hurt her.
Okay.
But again, it's Avatar. Nobody's going there to see anybody other than blue people.
Okay. Kate Winslet. Was Kate Winslet in the second one? Am I not remembering her being in the second one? Because she's in the cast of this one.
I believe she was. I think she's a voice or something.
Okay, so her in this cast isn't an add-on.
Or she would have been the voice of a character that is in a coma or something.
Okay. And Edie Falco, I'm seeing she was
in the last one.
She was playing the last one. So Edie Falco's presence, you don't think bumps up the box office for Avatar 3 because she's already part of it. Yeah, I don't see there being an add-on. I don't know if Fire is a bigger, I mean, that'll be, listen, it's a big weekend for Sydney Sweeney, and it's a big weekend for the elements, because we're really going to start to see a ranking here of these elements, and I don't think Fire is bigger than Water. I think that's going to be an issue for this movie, is Water is bigger.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I think so. I mean, we'll know better on Sunday when we get the results. And here's the thing. We are not devoting a lot of time to the preview of Avatar, but we are going to give Avatar its due in our next episode, because we've got a special guest who will be on the Avatar results episode, on the results episode for this weekend. Podcast Jesus Kirk Minahan is scheduled not just for a regular episode, it will be Kirk 20 on the next episode of the BO Boys. It will be Kirk Minahan's 20th appearance on the BO Boys. And Clayton and I will be back in studio. Clayton's coming out of hiding for this episode. We'll be in studio, and it'll be Kirk's 20th appearance. And we have a very big surprise in store for him for that episode.
Yeah.
And we'll be going over the results of, we'll know if Sydney Sweeney is a movie star or if she's a housewife. We'll know if water is bigger than fire. We'll know if David is a bigger animated IP than SpongeBob. So that's going to be a huge episode coming up in just a couple of days. And you're coming out of hiding for it.
Only for Kirk.
Only for
I wouldn't do this. I would not do this for anyone else.
Yeah, but it's Kirk 20, so we've got to. Well, also you will be, I think within a day you're safe because these Avengers Doomsday trailers are going to then be released in front of Avatar this weekend.
That's the hope. I mean, that's why.
So then you're free.
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. That's the hope.
Last thing then, do we think that the promise of seeing these terrible trailers on the big screen, these Avengers Doomsday trailers, and getting to laugh at them and mock them as a community, will that help the box office for Avatar? People knowing I could go see Avatar and I could goof on the return of Chris Hemsworth as Thor in this Doomsday trailer.
You know, it's possible. I mean, if you're a completist, if you're an MCU completist, a masochist, then you will. So I mean, I think there is a level of, yes, people will go to see those. Okay.
And then that'll be great. It'll be great for the box office. It'll be great for you because you will be free. The fact that you leaked your cam rip versions of those trailers will no longer matter.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be free to come into studio, not be a cartoon anymore.
Yes.
Are you ready to give top 5 predictions for this weekend?
I know, not to interrupt you, Pat. I do think we need to mention something very quickly, something like we can get into more when we know more details.
Yeah.
But news did break.
Yes.
About the Oscars.
Yes.
Where in 2029,
the
Oscars are taking their talents to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
ABC said, "We don't want you. We don't need you."
Wow.
Oh, they got outbid
they got outbid.
Yeah, they got outbid. Frankly, they got outbid. And now there is a little confusion as to whether this will be available on YouTube, the #1 streaming app that even my parents like and use, and that's probably bigger to them than any of the other streamers by far.
Mm-hmm.
Or is this going to be a YouTube TV situation? There is questions as to, is this something you're going to be able to just put on after you watch whatever Atomic Abe has dropped?
Mm-hmm.
Is it click on Atomic Abe first? Because I'm watching Atomic Abe before the Oscars. That's how important it is to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just click over to the next video, which is the Oscars.
I think that it's just going to be on YouTube proper. I don't think it's going to be on YouTube TV through the subscription, because the whole point is to make it as available as possible. I mean, if that's the case, I think it's great for the Oscars. If they are getting paid a similar amount by YouTube that they were getting paid by ABC, and it's going to be on YouTube, which everyone has.
Yes.
Then more people than have in years will watch the Oscars if it's just free on YouTube, and they're still getting paid for it. It's a win-win.
This is bad for broadcast TV, obviously, because live events and things like that are the only things that make any sort of dent in the ratings.
Yeah.
But this is by far, this is where people watch TV.
Yes.
This is where people watch. I mean, there's a reason, Pat, why if you go to the Friends YouTube channel, they have released every episode of season 1 and 2 of the ill-fated spinoff, Joey.
Okay.
They made them free because here's the thing. Ad revenue.
Yeah.
The amount of people who were watching this that was just sitting somewhere, collecting dust, DVDs out of print, they're able to get people to watch these shows that are already made and just sitting around. Drew Carey has a YouTube channel that they dropped all of the seasons of Drew Carey.
Wow. I mean, listen.
So this is where people watch TV now. They watch TV on YouTube.
I mean, listen, we're not the Streamo Boys, huh? But while we're on the subject, every episode of Get a Life is now on YouTube, and not the fan rips. The actual versions are on the Shout TV YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
They added live marathon. I watch many episodes that way. And now anytime I want, I go to YouTube, watch the greatest sitcom of all time, Get a Life.
I turned on that
submarine episode.
I turned on the live stream. Guess what greets me? The submarine episode.
Yeah.
You got me. You got me.
And you could go right from that into the Oscars now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're giving Atomic Abe a lot of press here, and he deserves it. But I mean, the BO Boys are now going to be on the same network as the Oscars.
Yeah, so, deservedly so.
2029.
Yeah.
I think we could announce it now. BO Boys red carpet special before the Oscars, and a BO Boys 8-hour post show immediately following the Oscars.
Oh yeah, I'll be on the red carpet. I'll be on the red carpet, squirting water in celebrities' faces.
Yes.
I'll have Tom Cruise calmly ask me why I would do that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
And then, of course, no, okay, the ban will still be on, but I was hoping that I would get slapped by Will Smith on the red carpet, his first Oscars back.
Well, he's banned from being inside the auditorium. He ain't banned from hanging out with the BO Boys on the BO Boys Oscar pre-show red carpet spectacular. Will Smith can be with us. He could have a tiny mic next to us, and he could help us interview stars, or we interview and he slaps.
Well, I was going to say, I think that's the bit that he, instead of the interviewee slapping the interviewer, he's an interviewer who slaps the interviewee.
Yeah, yes, you've really created a problem for yourself there. But I think that is that's a part of our red carpet pre-show in 2029. Will Smith just walks into frame, slaps another star, walks off.
Yeah.
And that's only on our YouTube channel. And you could go right from our YouTube channel, because we will stop the stream as soon as the broadcast starts.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our predictions for the 2029 Oscars telecast. Let's get to our predictions for the weekend of Friday, December 19th, 2025. Would you like to go first or second with your predictions?
Wow. I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I think, this is the slam dunk of all this is slam doink of all slam doinks, obviously. Number one is going to be Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Question is the money. What's the money?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be 112.
Okay.
112, the great R&B artist who sang Cupid, Peaches and Cream.
Mm-hmm.
112. This is the big one. Number two, I do think is going to be SpongeBob.
Wow.
I think the sticker really, the sticker spoke volumes.
Mm-hmm. They love it. We saw the SpongeBob trailer before Wicked. and here I'm showing the sticker again because we like the Oscars, our YouTubers. Hey guys,
There's Roy.
The nieces loved that trailer, and they loved this sticker of Roy the fish.
Even though it's terrible CGI, cheap as all hell, it looks. I do think this thing makes 30.
Wow. Okay. Love it.
Here's where it gets sticky.
Sticky icky.
Number 3. I think he does it. I think David does it.
I love it.
I think David is going to make $21 million.
Wow.
And number 4, I think, is going to be The Housemaid. And it is going to make $19 million.
Wow.
Which is bigger than Simple Favor. Which had 2 at the time hot stars in it. So and this is not to mean that this movie cannot have legs over the Christmas corridor. But I do think David beats it.
Wow.
And then number 5 is going to be, and forgive me because, Zootopia.
Yeah.
All
right.
Already $1 billion baby. Zootopia doing Bafabobo.
So here is my top 5. Number 1 will be Avatar, Fire and Ash. And I think it does 125. Okay. I think it does 125. I think it actually gets a lot closer to the second one. I don't think there's as much fatigue for these movies, some people are saying. I got that in number 1. Number 2, I think, is David. I'm going church bus. It's the holiday season. I know it's not the New Testament. I know it's not Jesus. But like you said, they could do time travel. They could do Jesus in the clouds talking to David. I think he's number 2 with 26 million. Number 3 is SpongeBob. Right behind it, I think 23 million. Number 4 is going to be with about 16 million is Zootopia 2.
Whoa, you're a hater.
And number 5 at, I will say, 11 million is going to be The Housemaid.
Dude, that if that happens, that's a disaster.
I think this is a crowded weekend, and it's Lionsgate.
You're predicting disaster.
It's Lionsgate.
Wow.
It's Lionsgate.
And I've said this. You just want her on The Housewives. You just want to see her talking to Andy Cohen. That's what you want. You want her sitting down and talk about a guy who's going to be disgraced at some point. Andy Cohen. You want him. I guess I'm just so bold as a cartoon. I can't help it.
Yeah, you really are. You're leaking everything.
Yeah, it's true. I am leaking.
Yeah.
I'm leaking from a lot of places. But I do think that you just want her to be in your Bravo stable is what you want.
I'm not saying that I want to wait in line to get an autograph at Bravocon in 2027. I'm not saying that. I just think this movie is going to open to around 11 or 12 million and finish in 5th place.
So when she is on the red carpet, Oscar nominated, already won some of the preliminaries, you as an interviewer, as a YouTuber, hey guys, will you eat crow? Will you eat a live crow will you bite the head off a live crow in front of Sydney Sweeney on the YouTube red carpet? Mr. Beast will be there because he'll give you $2,000 for doing that.
Mr. Beast has to host the 2020. Listen, we love Conan. We want him to host this forever, but you're moving to YouTube 2029 Oscars. Mr. Beast is hosting that thing. Let's not even pretend otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes, I will eat. Of course, I'll eat a crow. In that it's going to be our biggest YouTube telecast of all time up to that point, as one of the official YouTube red carpet shows for the Oscars. Yes. Yes. I will eat a live animal, of course.
I'll be shocking my balls.
Yes, that is our show. That is what that red carpet show is going to be. It's going to be a complete, total freak show.
Mm-hmm.
That is what this. We promise you that it is. It's going to be. We will get Melissa Rivers, Joan Rivers. They will be on that telecast.
Okay.
They will be on that telecast.
Okay, but you're not going to say what they're going to be doing on the telecast. I know what they're going to be doing, but we won't say because it'll be a surprise.
We will not say, but they will.
Not to me. It won't be a surprise to me because I know what you were thinking.
Know, but they will be on that telecast.
Yeah, that I will not leak.
No, because that's going to be huge. So everyone, listen. I know it's 4 years away, but start getting excited. The BO Boys red carpet Oscar preview episode live. Will Smith slapping people. Melissa Rivers, Joan Rivers, live animal feasting. It's going to be a complete shit show.
Mm-hmm.
So get excited for that. Get excited, though, for the next episode of this show. Kirk Minahan, 20th appearance, Kirk 20. Results of this gigantic weekend. Is Sydney Sweeney a star? Is she at Bravocon? Avatar results, David versus SpongeBob. And that's going to be huge. Also, email us, theboboyspodcast@gmail.com. You got a day or two to get an episode questions for the mailbag episode, which we tape in a day or two. So you got to get those questions in now. Ask us anything. Ask us, you can ask us where Clayton's location was, because by the time we do the mailbag episode, you will either have been captured or you will be out of hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to ask us that. Ask us anything you want. theboboyspodcast@gmail.com. Follow us at the BO Boys Pod on social media. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are YouTubers. Hey, guys. Subscribe to the Substack. 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And yeah, that's all I got. Next episode is going to be maybe our biggest episode of all time. Yes. So get excited for that. And I got nothing left, Clayton. I'm spent.
Pat, you've said it all.
Great.
You've denied even more 834.
Not a rallying cry. And especially do not leak that. Do not leak that.
But there's nothing left to be said.
No, nothing.
Except for until next time.
We'll smell you and